Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing on this Monday morning? So don't forget, we have the rest of the brunch bunch.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Des is in the middle of doing some stuff, so she might be with us later, hopefully.
Hopefully.
We'll
Good
see
morning, beautiful Julie.
Yes, good morning. Good morning. So how are you ladies today?
Good.
How's the weather in your neck of the woods?
I wish Ohio would make up their mind what they're doing. They do it every year. We get nice weather and then the next day it's snowing.
Wow.
So we never know what day the temperature is going to be. And today it's sunny but cold. So,
Wow.
Julie, are you sure you're not in Massachusetts?
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
We are neighbors.
We are.
Kinda.
That's like when I was home, I could remember, how's the weather? Oh, just wait 5 minutes. It'll change.
Yeah.
How is it up there, though, today, Susanna?
Exactly what Julie just said. The sun is shining, but it's so cold.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's so cold. I had to put the heat back on. We had shut it off.
Oh, wow.
Our place going, and this morning I had to put the heat on.
Wow.
Have you ever gone on vacation to get away from the weather and got there and it was the same shitty weather as home? Yeah. I've done that.
Wow.
I'm getting ready to go to Florida. If it's crappy weather down there, I'm coming home.
Yeah, it was 55 here this morning and it's supposed to be 78 today. And by the end of the week, we'll be in the 90s.
Ugh. So I have a question for you. Has anyone ever, like when I go to Florida, can I sit like this in front of the ocean and be on the show, or is it too much background noise, or what?
No, you can.
Oh, Julie, yes.
That's what I'm going to do.
You just got to make sure you have good internet.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to try it before we go on.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
So let's say good morning to a few people. Perlini's here. Hey, Perlini, how are you?
Perlini.
Hello, Michelle.
Michelle. Hi,
how
babe.
are you, Michelle P?
I hope you're doing well, Michelle.
Excuse me. Hello, Denise. Thank you for coming. JRKR 1964.
Hi, Jen. I got your mail.
Hi, Jen.
Thank you.
Michelle, we are heading into autumn, but had a lot of unusual warm Easter weekend with 90. Wow, yeah. Where are you, Michelle?
I think she's in Australia, right?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you for coming in.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and JRK said 70 there today where she is.
Okay, Jen, we're all headed to your house.
Yes. How many beds you got, Jen?
It doesn't matter. We'll sleep on the floor.
Yeah. Party at Jen's.
South Carolina sportsman, how are you doing?
Hi, sportsman. Good
Oh
morning.
yeah, she's in Melbourne, Australia.
Oh my God. I watched a
Wow.
show and it was from Melbourne. Is it as beautiful as it's portrayed on the show? Because it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be listening while listing. Very cool. Yeah, I must admit, I had a bad 2 weeks, and I have to get back to business. The bad thing for me is Sandy took this week off. So I
It's not going to
cherish,
happen this week.
well, yeah, I cherish any time I can spend with her. Um,
Good.
So I am extremely distracted. You want to go for a ride, you want to go do something. No, get to work. She's like right now, she's sitting out in the lanai in the sun
Good.
um, while we have sun. Hello,
I
Pam.
I watched your live. Hi, PM. I watched your live where you showed a picture of her on the side. She's so pretty.
Oh,
I
you
liked
watched?
her.
We were at the fiesta in the park yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah.
We took the
Which, by
dog.
the way, I forgot to tell you happy birthday. I am so sorry about
No,
that.
you
Happy
said it.
When,
birthday.
Thank
when
you.
was his birthday?
Yes-
Friday,
No,
Saturday,
no, it was yesterday.
yesterday.
I
See?
never put my correct info like that. Like my address is on there, of course, but I never put my correct information on social media only because of identity theft. So I've
Mm-hmm.
never done it. But yesterday
Mm-hmm.
was my birthday. Thank you. Thank you.
Belated
Happy
birthday.
birthday, Paul.
Thank you. Yeah,
Happy,
Pam's doing laundry and listing.
happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. You
Yeah,
look like a monkey and you act like one
one,
too.
two, yeah. But yeah, we took the dog with us yesterday, and I got to admit, we came home and the dog just slept the rest of the day. 'Cause I think,
Took everything out of him.
yeah, I think all around the lake was 2 miles, and she loved it because we were talking to some people. She was mingling with all the other dogs, and it was cool. It was very good.
I went for a ride yesterday to take my mind off of things, and my Augie is going to Florida with us because I couldn't do 2 weeks without him.
Mhm.
So I bought him a special bed for the car. That damn dog will not get in that bed.
Oh wow!
Really?
He
Thank you,
doesn't want nothing to do
Sportsman.
with it.
Huh.
What kind of dog?
Half poodle, half Maltese.
Oh wow!
And he's just such a habit of a creature of habit. We don't do change well around here.
What does he sleep on now?
His little blanket and pillow.
So put the blanket in the bed.
We tried that. That
And
didn't
so,
work either. So I
It's
thought,
oh
well,
man.
maybe I'll separate them and give him a different bed. That didn't work either.
Well, yeah, like we have. Sandy bought one of these giant, like 4x4 pillows. The real giant ones. That's in our bedroom that the dog sleeps on. And I gotta
Mm-hmm.
admit, by the time the morning comes, even if I fluff up or she fluffs up the pillow where it's round, by the time we get up, the dog's like in the middle of a donut. She's there. Sometimes she's in the fetal position, and the pillow's
between
all
her
around her.
skin,
Yeah,
between her skin and her bed.
yeah. And then we have another small. It's like a memory foam mattress bed next to the TV that she just loves. So that's the thing, though. When we go away, like when we go home, we have to take one of those with us, so she has her normal place to sleep or her like place to
Mm-hmm.
sleep.
Now, Julie, is that bed that you bought, is it way too big?
I tried not to make it too big. It's like a little bit bigger than he is. I want him to be able to stretch out, but I don't want him to be overwhelmed. So
Yeah.
I don't know. One minute I'm like, you're a dog, act like a dog. And the next minute he's my child. So, I love him to death. What would we do without our animals? I would be
Yeah.
heartbroken.
Yep. We went. If you watch the video, there was a animal rescue there, and
Mm-hmm.
you see the little puppies and it's like, oh, nice, and then they talk about being a foster parent. And Sandy and I said, yeah, foster parent, then you never want to get rid of them. You never want them to take them back. But my sister-in-law and brother-in-law, they have done rescue dogs, and they became foster parents. But they ended up keeping them.
Tina
Got a damn kennel.
Yeah.
to get a dog, and Tina wants to get a dog. But I grew up without any animals. And then I had my Trixie, and then Trixie passed away.
Oh, wow.
And then it's like getting another one. I don't know.
You're not replacing Trixie. You're adding to Trixie. Trixie's part of the family. Now you're adding to it.
Yeah. That's what took us so long to get another Shar-Pei. Took us 20 years, I think, or more before we got Maddie. Because our first Shar-Pei, I believe we got in like 85. And Shar-Pei's life expectancy is only 10 years.
Wow.
And it's like, why do that? Why do that to yourself, knowing the dog's only going to last for 10 years? But then they say, no, you have the love and you share the love.
Right.
While you have them.
Yeah.
But it's devastating when you lose an animal.
Oh, I know. Ours are, my first two are buried in the backyard.
Yeah. I used to foster dogs, Denise said. I never kept them. Yeah, it's Maddie. I mean, we watch, I have, what's it called? live TV, begins with a P. I just forgot what it is. And there's a dog channel on there. Hello, Tommy, Bargain Effect.
Live streaming?
Yeah, it's begins with a P, and I can see it. Pluto TV has all live channels. It's got a ton of channels. That's where you can see live TV and stuff if you're streaming. Because we don't have cable, we just have internet. We stream everything.
I'm getting rid of my cable.
Yeah, on Pluto, there's a dog channel and a cat channel. So I'll put either one on, and Maddie just loves it. She just sits there, and sometimes she barks at the screen. Sometimes a lot of times she cries because she wants to play. Because, hi, Hemlock. Thanks for coming in. Hello, Bemos.
Hi, T.
Bemos.
I hope you're feeling better, T, because I know she didn't feel good this weekend.
Yeah.
When Maddie was, I think, 7 months, we had her fixed. Because I used to go to the office. I was at the office like from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. Sandy worked. So we used to take the dog to daycare. And after 6 months, they wouldn't take a dog unless it was fixed. So Sandy and I said, well, then we can't breed Maddie. And so I think Maddie really misses it and she needs another dog. She needs some.
I was just going to say that. How old is she?
7.
Yeah, she needs a little puppy.
Yeah.
To show the new one how to live in Paul's house and have fun before he leaves us.
I mean, if I really gave it some thought, I would have said, well, man, San, if we bred Maddie, and I mean, would be a good second income. Because Shar-Peis, I mean, they're a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
But now everybody's going for what's the bulldog with the big ears? The small ones that talk. Oh, we watched that. I can't
remember.
French bulldog.
French bulldog, yes.
Yeah. So now everybody's going for them.
I do know that Maddie is a veterinarian's dream. Most of those dogs are. The vets like them. They usually have problems.
Yeah.
But you take very good care of her because I can tell by your videos when I see her.
Yeah, a lot of people said that, especially this weekend. Wow, 7 years old. She looks very good.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't overfeed her. We feed her the good food. Her skin does a lot better the last month because I got salmon oil.
No.
I used to just put like 2 teaspoons of tuna fish in oil in the food. And now I bought salmon oil, and what a difference.
I have a question.
Yep.
If you'll be that good to your dog and treat him so that he doesn't gain weight and be unhappy, why wouldn't we do that with ourselves?
Well, yeah, true.
Why don't we? I mean, I do that for my dog. Why don't I
True.
do it for myself?
Oh, I was really bad yesterday. I think I had cupcakes twice. And
It was your birthday, so
it
what?
was, but it's like every time I bought something, Sandy's giving me this dirty looks. It's like, really? Again?
Did you see Michelle's comment? That she never understood the love of a dog until it got a corgi puppy last year, and all the family love her to bits.
Yeah.
Unconditional love.
It is.
Animals.
Right. Hey, Stash.
Yep. And T is feeling better. Yay.
Good.
I know.
Hi, Bimos.
Pop-up auction tonight. Oh, did you see our Friday Polly and Dolly show? I don't know if anybody was on there with us. Dolly went first. I was not feeling good at all. Dolly starts showing a replica pistol of an 1886 pistol.
It was cool.
I'm looking at her on this screen, and I have YouTube playing on this screen. All of a sudden, I look over, and we're not on live anymore, and I get a beep. YouTube sends me a message. We have deleted you, and you have violated our firearms policy. Don't worry, this is not a strike against your channel, blah, 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 blah. Pulled us right then and there. No ifs, ands, or buts. Not an hour later, instantly off. So at the end, I responded to the email and I said, she showed the package and it says replica for decoration only. And they just responded today that no, it still goes against our policy of firearms. We're trying to keep YouTube a friendly environment.
Now, but you can show it if it has an orange tip.
No, I guess it's part of their firearm. That's a BB gun that can be shot, and I guess it's part of their firearms thing.
Even with the red end, that's odd.
Yeah.
It was the first time I was ever on a channel that it was cut right during feed.
Oh my God! Instantly, bang,
Yeah.
gone.
Mm-hmm.
I seen it. It was
It's like somebody sitting on the button over there.
Yeah.
Boom.
Did you see what Hemlock just said? She goes,
yeah, she has 100 claims
for my music night. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't mess around. That's for sure.
We have so much fun on there too. There's got to be a way around that.
Really? I mean,
there is.
Great.
Called Facebook.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why don't we do that on Facebook?
I don't know. I'd love to get to the point. I say I'd like to get to the point to do an auction on Facebook, but then I don't want to do auctions anymore. I just don't stupid. Yeah. I just don't want to.
I can tell, Paul.
Well, it's not that. When I was on
I can tell that. Go ahead.
When I was on with Dolly, see, the problem I'm having is my pain level gets worse as the day goes on. Like even all we did was walk yesterday, and by 8 o'clock, I told Sandy, I says, I got to go to bed. So, but the other problem is you don't get as much money on YouTube as you can on eBay or Mercari or whatever, Amazon. So it's, and I've been listing. That's the other problem is, when we come to do Dolly and me and we're supposed to be selling, it's like, I'm sorry, I listed everything. It's like, it's Rumble like YouTube. So, yeah, I mean, it's like, I don't know. I've been listing so much, and now I'm trying to get up to 50 items a day, and I was doing really good. I was between 30 and 40, but then, like I said, the last 2 weeks was awful.
I had to laugh. I saw you talking to somebody I forget what it was, and you said, yeah, I've been really killing it on my listings. I got 20 now. And I was like, 20? Don't you have more than that? Listings on eBay?
At the end of February, I had 22 listings. At the end of March, I had 420.
Oh, good for you.
And like I said, I was going good. You know, we were jiving there. I was doing the pictures, they were doing the stuff, and then I was accepting them, and so that's the way it should go. But then it was tough.
In all honesty, I think if I was on Facebook having an auction, I would trust less, because in our community, if somebody bids, I pretty much know who that is, and I'm not worried about the sale. With Facebook, I don't know who all those people are, so I don't trust it as much.
No, that's not true, Julie. Hold on, sorry, Susanna. On Facebook, they're friends or friends of friends, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But the nice thing about Facebook that I guess a lot of people don't realize, when you, let's say now, Hemlock, and what's it, Tiana?
Mm-hmm. We call her T.
T. Let's say she is going to do, she posted earlier, she's going to do a pop-up auction tonight. So she could put the link in here. She could put the link in wherever else she goes, hoping those people will come in. Well, on Facebook, you go on 5 minutes earlier and you tag anybody or everybody that you want.
Wow.
They get that instantly.
So it's not for everybody.
Well, yeah, if anybody and everybody can stumble upon it.
Okay.
But let's say that I know T or I know BMOS buys my comics and I'm going to have comic lots. I can tag her in the auction post on Facebook. So she'll get a notice saying, oh, Paul's just mentioned me in a comment. So a lot of times they go and they see that.
Mm-hmm.
There are plenty of people on YouTube who bid and don't pay. Yeah,
I've seen that.
I'm hearing that a lot lately too.
I have someone now that is very popular in our community that still has not paid me.
Wow.
And I'm not worried about it. I'm not mad about it. I just don't bid off me no more.
Right. JR, 50 is tough unless that's all you do most of the day. I am trying to get this down working really good, JR. Lately, all I'm doing... Put that in the palm of your hand. Hold on, JRKR. Wait a minute, Susanna. Do it again.
Yeah.
He's cute.
Susanna.
What?
Mine's bigger.
Oh.
And I don't like minions, I'm telling you. I like that.
Okay, so
you want to see my minion?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Getting back to JRKR, 50. Like I said, I'm not doing too much talking about it in those shows and stuff, but all I'm doing is taking the photos. I have a VA that's doing everything else. So however long it takes me to do 6 to 8 photos of 20, 30, 40, 50 items, then they do everything else. And then all I do the next day is accept them and they're live. But I'm trying to get it all together and correct before I tell everybody about it. I think there's a lot of groups you can tag also for certain things.
Do you know that these guys are Thai beanie babies?
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I just sold one.
Ty brought on a lot of licenses. Yeah.
Ty's got new
Wow.
or got the big ones now, the little ones.
Yeah.
They're expanding.
Did not know.
Yeah, I just noticed they have a lot of Marvel ones now too.
I just sold some to Summers.
Oh, did you?
Mhm.
I haven't seen Summers in a while. How's she doing?
Oh no, Summers is okay. I just sold some to Jill, or Joy, which reminds me, Joy Munkin. A lot of people know her
Yeah.
husband has COVID, and she's afraid she might have it. So we've been praying over the weekend that
Oh wow.
she gets better, that she doesn't have it, that her husband gets better. So say a prayer for Joy.
Perlini, I'll send these to you for $10.
I think she was asking about the Minion.
No, she says,
Hi Land Shark, how are you? I could have swore she was asking about the Minion because she said that the first time after you showed the Minion.
oh,
Which is Kevin, I think, right?
Perlini?
No. Kevin.
Oh.
Speak.
And the Perlini and the Minion? Honey, I'll $10 and I'll ship it out to you.
Oh, and the Minion too, yeah.
$10 plus shipping. I'll send it all out to you.
Hemlock says there's a lot of problems with people who don't pay on auctions.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
bought some jewelry off of a content creator who's popular, and I kept waiting on an invoice. I kept saying, send me an. I never got nothing. I never got an invoice, nothing.
Wow.
I've said something, and then finally I just quit watching because.
Although I got to admit, one of the last purchases I did with a creator that everybody knows, I made a purchase. A month later, actually 6 weeks later, I got it. I could have drove to her house and picked it up in one day.
I'm taking a whole box of clothes down to Florida because I'm going to run into that random girl, Jill, and I are going to hook up.
Yeah.
So I figured, why should I ship all this at a large cost when I can drive it down there?
That's true. That's very true. So you're in where again? Pennsylvania?
I'm in Ohio.
Ohio. So you're going to come down the middle. You're going to pass Susan, do you have Thomas from Tom and Jerry? You're going to go through North and South Carolina, the edge. Are you going to go to like the Dream Finders and the Kaz Boys, and then are you going to go to any of the places on the way down?
We're not in any hurry to get there. We're going to set the date for our reservations a couple days before we actually get there so we can do whatever we want. I don't want to drive straight through because of my baby, but
Right.
either my big baby or my little baby. They don't too old for that shit.
So you're going to check on the map anyway to see which way you're going, right?
Yeah.
Copy these. I'm putting these into the chat.
Okay.
These are the last places that I went a couple of months ago that, depending on the day you leave, they're closed, I think, 2 days a week, and they only restock 3 days a week. But you may be able to grab some good stuff. Like I grabbed a few items. We were on an off day. I think we went there on a Monday, which was $2 day, I think it was, or $3 day. But if you go on a Friday, Saturday, hey, Reselling Outlaw, check out these places, see if they're on your route.
I will.
And I mean, you never know. You go in for $2 a day and it's like, damn. Like I picked up a roll of 3D filament, 3D printer filament. My son couldn't use it, so I just listed it back on Amazon. These places are Amazon returns, so which is weird. I bought it from there at $2, and then I ended up selling it for $29. So great. It was
I
really
will
good.
check that out. But Amazon, speaking of Amazon, if anyone has not watched Susanna's Chronicles, her latest rant from Tina was on this weekend. And I lost it. It was so funny. It was about Amazon. Amazon working on Easter.
Oh yeah, I saw the trucks everywhere yesterday.
Does she watch the show at all, Susanna?
Our show in the morning?
Yeah.
Sometimes she does.
Jim never does. Well, Jim and I are sending her a present from Amazon to keep the Amazon truckers working.
Oh wow.
You gotta go watch this video. It's funny.
Oh my
And then she says, and of course it's for Susanna.
Hey Gary, how are you? Well,
Perlini, I'm not charging you for the items. I'm only going to charge you for shipping. That's it. And it's in a small little bag, so it should be nice and.
that's nice.
Yeah.
Hi, Stash. Westside Gary, what's up, buddy? I think he's got an auction this Saturday. Do you, or did I make that shit up? I might have made that shit up.
Perlini, did you get the piece that I sent you? The package that I sent you?
Absolutely, Perlini. No problem.
Highland Shark Picker.
That's why I have people pay me right away. I don't have to worry. Yeah, that's a nice thing. Some people don't like the pay right away, but on the auctions point of view, if you do it hour one and by hour two, those people didn't pay, you just re-auction it again. So you're always moving your product out.
I have some people that buy off me that do need a receipt for their own businesses, and I get that, so I'll do that. But if I don't know you, I want you to pay me right now.
Yep. Perlini said she didn't get my package, which is but yeah, if anybody has something going on, you want to put a link into it, feel free.
Yep. Drop your links. So are we having an auction Saturday or not, Gary?
Susan.
Tell us what we're doing.
Perlini. What's Perlini's real name? Perlini, what's your first name?
I always call her Perlini.
It's Perlini.
No, it's not.
Well, yeah. I understand. That's what she uses is Perlini. So that's
it's I got it. It's in transit. It's still in transit, Perlini. View details. Yeah, I forgot you're in California.
Paul.
Yeah.
We have to come up with a name for Suzanne as instead of her email, because I like my hi Julie. Hi Julie. We got to get Susanna something.
Yes, Julie. Put a link in, Gary, if you like. I don't know what you mean. Oh, Susanna Art. Okay, now see Susanna. You know, I don't know, maybe because I used to teach tech for realtors. And I forget the right one to use, but when you do that, you're supposed to do this.
Paul, you know what?
Uh-oh. I'm scared, Paul.
It's simple. See in the chat. You just make you stop the word and then you make the capital letters so people can read it easy. Right now it's Suzanne Art.
Oh,
Suzanne Art.
Suzanne Art. How about?
Yeah. Sometimes there's a couple that I used to teach on the screen. It's like, you know, that come up with bad words that people put together, especially when they put it on the back of their truck or whatever. It's just like all letters running together. But if you capitalize the beginning of each word, it makes it easier to read. Like I sell shit on eBay or stuff like that instead of you know?
Right.
It's Internet 101.
T past 400 subs.
Yay!
Cool. You don't have
Cha-ching.
the thing done yet. It's all right. But anybody has a link
Gary
for anything,
on that today.
put it in.
That's awesome. I love it when people reach their goal, and then they set another goal, and it's like, it's so excited and proud of them. Yeah.
Hi, Myra.
Hi, Myra.
I hope you're feeling good.
I don't know how many things I have.
Good morning, Gary.
Well, we said that already. Where have you been?
Gary, yo, boom, boom, boom.
Gary, did your wife get her presents yet? I hope. I put a piece of jewelry in there too, just 'cause. Make her think you picked it out.
Julie's like the secretary that all,
Your wife needs hose? I got that.
Damn. I need 28 more.
For what?
1,600. I can't get out of the 1,500s.
Well, that's why we can't see your subs. I'll tell everybody now that I know that. We'll be dropping your shit all the time now.
1,572.
Good deal.
Hi, Land Shark.
That guy, Gary, buys a whole bunch of crap on YouTube and then never goes and picks it up. It sits at the post office for a month.
Who does?
Gary.
Gary?
Oh.
Yeah, I send him stuff all the time. It takes him a month to go get the shit.
Oh,
Well, hello, Myra.
Just ragging you.
How are you, Myra? She's going to do a video today on her recovery. That's good. Hopefully it's coming along.
Easter yesterday?
Pardon me?
Did everyone have a good Easter day yesterday?
Yeah, it was good.
I hope everybody did.
I did. I had my children over. Well, one of them is down in Jersey with the girlfriend's parents, but my other two and their partners were here yesterday. I made eye of the round, mashed potatoes, corn. We had bread, and we had all these.
You made what? Eye of
the round.
What is that?
It's like a roast beef, but it's the most tender part of. It's like the loin part of the beef.
You know, one reason my husband's excited about visiting you guys, Jim and I are going to go up and visit Susanna and Tina, and he can't wait to eat the food. He just wants because I don't cook, so he's like, "Let's go."
Absolutely, I love it.
Yes, Land Shark. Like Saturday, I did an unboxing because I've been buying a ton of stuff online, and the boxes have been piling up. So I did a 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. 8-box unboxing Saturday night. I just figured, Saturday late, I just figured, let me just open up everything. And I just opened them all up. And it's been so long, I forgot what I paid for the stuff. Mm-hmm. But yeah, for a while there, I was just doing the auction. So I have to get back to doing do some more business stuff and things like that.
No hoarding, Paul.
No, I mean,
no hoarding.
I mean, everything is still right there.
That looks like a hoarder.
Yeah, I know. No, I bought
everything that I'm selling that I already sold that goes out today is stuck in the chair. I'm not even going to show you.
Wow. I bought a Snake Mountain and all the accessories and the vehicles and
sweet.
Man,
is that what you bought this weekend at that thing?
No, that was all last month and the month before. That was just piling up. But yeah, I have to.
Hi, Tammy.
Put it away.
Wings of Love.
Wings of Love.
I love that name, Wings.
Don't you sing that song every time the name comes up? On the Wings of Love.
No, I don't remember that song.
No, don't ask me to sing it. I'm terrible. Okay. I have a yucky voice.
Only streaming. So far, Land Shark, I do have 3 videos I have to assemble and put them up. I did a walkthrough a couple of weeks ago of an antique mall on the coast that my camera used to be I just plugged the wire in and it would come up on the screen, say, all right, what do you want to do? And I would just download it. And all of a sudden, it doesn't recognize the camera anymore. So after 20 emails back and forth to the company, I ended up sending the camera back. And then I just asked them, I says, gee, can I pay for an upgrade for the newest camera? And they said, yeah, which one? I said, I don't know. I have to look at your website now. It's not the GoPro. It's the GoPro knockoff brand. That's just as good.
I was going to ask you about that because I want to get one. I don't want to carry my laptop around everywhere this week in Florida or next week in Florida. So
yeah, no, this one I have. Their newest one is $150. And the reason I picked it is because you can put on an external mic, so you can get a lavalier and put it on you and have the camera. Your husband can hold the camera and they can still hear you.
Oh, and what kind was this?
An ASCO.
Will you send me the numbers in a private chat later?
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's just as good as the GoPro without the $400 price tag.
So where did you buy it? Online?
Online, right from their website. Actually, on Amazon.
Okay.
But it was the same price on their website than it is on Amazon.
Isn't Susanna pretty?
Oh my God.
You just look at her. She's so pretty.
Oh yeah, I'm beautiful.
Craig,
who's not Jewish.
Oh my God.
And she's not a Yenta either.
I have to tell you something. So my daughter did the 23andMe, right?
What's that?
The DNA thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So it came back, and guess what?
You're Italian.
No. She is exactly 99.8% Portuguese. She's almost a pure blood.
Wow.
Yep, because my ex-husband's Portuguese. I'm Portuguese. And I've always wondered, maybe there's something, because I have a lot of facial features that are like Middle Eastern or, Mediterranean-like. 99.8% she is Portuguese. I'm like, and then the other little percentage was that it was from an island in Greece.
The milkman lived there years ago or what?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they to the Azores.
Let's throw a little dash of this in there with it.
I know, but I mean, how can you that percentage, like most people would get, 1% this, 50% that, or whatever.
You don't know your family lineage from going way back?
No,
I know a little bit.
I've tried to ask my mom and dad, and all they say is just, our great grandparents, we know that they were from, Azores, Portugal, and that was it. And it was just Portuguese. And I'm like, really? That's so boring. I want to be.
I don't think it is. I think it's beautiful. I got a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
See what fishing and pick and roll.
No.
What?
No.
Wow.
There's so many different there.
Gary plays a guitar. I didn't know that. And Wings of Love said that's not where the name came from, though. It was for butterfly wings.
Oh, wow.
My husband, for our honeymoon, bought me it's about this big. It's huge. And it's all butterflies, real butterflies.
Oh, wow.
And I love it. It's beautiful. I've had it forever.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Susanna, did your parents live there or were they born here?
No, they were born there. I was born there too.
Oh, okay.
When did you come to the United States? How old were you?
I was 1 when we came over, and my parents came over for a better life. I mean, not that it was really bad out there for them, but it wasn't like what it would be here. So my parents came over, and they came over in in their 40s, because I was a late baby in life. And
Hi, Kyle.
they just
So, what year did you guys come here?
Don't tell, because we'll be able to figure out how old you are.
She said it once.
yeah.
I know.
I'm going to be 53. So we came over, it was 1969. I think it was
Wow.
1969, 1970, something like that. Yeah.
Hi, Kyle. Hi,
And-
fishing and picking.
So
Hey,
69. Wait, I'm sorry, Julie.
I know. Go ahead.
No. So I don't know how. I know how it is today because I've had to deal with it so often. But did you have to get a visa? Did your parents have to get a visa to come? And it was a permanent visa?
It was a permanent visa. You had to have, I'm not sure how it is now, but back then it was a family member had to sign and say that they were responsible for you.
Mhm.
And you also had to have a place already in line for you to work.
Work, right.
So apparently we were supposed to, they had a job for my dad in New Hampshire. So we were supposed to go to New Hampshire, but at the last minute, family members of my dad, was his aunt and uncle, lived in Bristol, Rhode Island. And they got him a job, construction in one of the companies from Bristol, Rhode Island. That's when, when we came over, we went straight to Bristol. So I lived in Bristol, Rhode Island for 5 years. And then came to Fall River.
But then they eventually had to get their green card?
Yeah, they came over with the green card visa.
Oh.
The green card. And it was a permanent one.
Did you have to get one or no? Because you were so young, you didn't have to?
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
I had one. And then I became an American citizen. And then that's, null and void. But when I went, I guess there was a problem and they were like, oh, this visa expired and this and that. So they had to go through records and show that it was actually a permanent visa. When they first issued it, it wasn't something like you have 7 years. It was a permanent visa. So.
Wow. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's like today, the people from like Great Britain or whatever, they're allowed to come over 6 months and then they got to go back. And yeah,
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you guys see the news this past weekend where those people are sleeping under the bridge trying to come into the United States?
No, we see
it's
that
in Texas
every day in Orlando.
Yes, and it's in Texas, and they're sleeping. I forget all the details now, but it's so horrible.
Yeah,
And honestly, I wonder, why do you want to come here so bad? Our country right now is not the get all beat all place to be in the world right now.
Right.
So why come here? What's the
Yeah,
and
what's
if
the
you say
attraction?
it's because your freedoms are free, you're lying to yourself.
Yep.
We lose them every day.
Right. Hi, Crystal.
But
It's very true. But Biden opened up the borders and now it's all like, oh, it's open. Let's go.
Yeah, and honestly, if I did live in another country, I probably would come here because we're going to pay for all your shit. Come on over here. We're going to pay for you to live here, breathe here, eat here, and it's all on us. But now, if you're a United States citizen, we're going to charge your ass. We want you to pay higher taxes and blah, blah, blah. I am so disgusted by the whole thing. I should have never brought it up.
Right. Yeah, like Gary said, to work, make money, make America money, and then send it back to Mexico.
So you can bring more over here. Pretty soon we're going to have so many people in this country. It's going to be like China.
Yeah. Well, for a while there in 06, 07, when the market crashed, China was buying a ton of properties. I mean, I went through, in those 2 years, I went through 1,600 listings, and I can't tell you how many Chinese conglomerates bought a lot of my short sale properties and kept them as rentals.
Mm-hmm.
A ton. So if you go through, if there was ever a way, especially some of these big commercial buildings, they're owned by Chinese investment firms. They own a lot of the United States. But anyway, we
It's the
shouldn't talk.
truth. It's the truth. Eventually, there'll be China and there'll be China 2, which is America.
Right.
No.
Yeah, it's
And
crazy.
everybody will allow it because we all just want to be nice guys. And if you hold a political office, you're going to do it my way, and I'm going to try and be nice to everybody. Bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, it is true. It
But I
is
think if
true.
you want to come over, you have to do it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
There's a right way to do it. My parents had to wait 2 years before they got the okay.
I was always going to ask you, Susanna, how do you get your thumb to go back that far?
I'm double jointed.
Oh, really?
Julie can do it too.
My dad was
Wow.
like that. My
I
dad's
can't.
went straight back.
I can't do it.
I used to
This one works.
Yeah. I know Sandy does it to me all the time.
You've seen that before?
Oh, all the time.
That's all right. My husband's seen it before too. It's
Yeah.
okay.
No, I go like this.
Right.
Don't be so damn nice, Susanna.
I've done that. My kids, I'm like, you know what?
Yeah. If you can't hear this, I can turn it up for you. Hey, look who's here.
Good morning.
It's
Good
Rogue
morning.
from the X-Men.
I love it.
I
That's what
decided
it reminds me of. The X-Men, that lady.
Rogue.
What's her name?
Rogue.
Rogue.
Yeah. Sweet.
Wow,
You look
you're
pretty this morning.
Well, thank you.
Uh-huh.
If
I
you're
was a little
back-
frustrated with my hair.
If your
Why?
background was all black, you'd just be just a head with some blonde strands.
That's so cool.
It's called Ruby. It's Ruby Black. And so it's really dark in like this situation, but when I go outside, it's really red. So
Sweet. And you did that on your own?
I did.
I can't do my hair on my own.
I can't guarantee it's perfect, but I did do it on my own.
I
So
love
how
it.
did you do it where you didn't get the blonde part red?
I twisted it, and some of it did get some of the hair dye,
Oh,
but I twisted it and Bobby pinned it here, and then I dyed it. And then after I was done dyeing this color, I went in and whatever was where this color came into play, I just used my bleaching kit because I do have a natural white streak. It's just not this big. And so for me to deal with how I got the white streak, I made it bigger so that I could work through that.
I've done
You'll be
that.
ready when
Made
the-
things bigger so you could work with it.
Uh-huh.
so you'll be ready
I
when
just
the
got
X-Men
that.
movie. You'll be ready when the X-Men movie comes out.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I love X-Men. That was
Me
one thing.
too.
That was one
Hey, Wendy.
cartoon that when I was growing up, because my mom started working when I was like 13. So we didn't get to spend a whole lot of time with her when I was a teen. But the one thing that we did do every Saturday was we watched the X-Men. And then as adults, when the X-Men movies came out, we all sat down and watched it together. So,
That's cool.
yep. So
You
I
have an
love the
X-Men
X-Men.
party.
Yeah.
We have Harry Potter parties at our house.
Really?
I went and watched all the Twilight movies except for the last two in theater, or maybe it was the last three in theater, and with my friend Jamie. And yeah, I was so glad that Taylor Lautner was 18 because we were in the theater and the second movie, and he took his shirt off, and I went, "Oh hot damn!" really loud, not realizing it, and everybody in the theater started laughing. I was like, "Whoops!"
Wow.
I went to the theaters to watch Lord of the Rings as they came out, and then to this day, I'll turn it on and just watch them. It was awesome.
Me and my mom went and watched Titanic in the theater when it came out, and let me tell you, that was a very long time in the theater. They had a I think it was like, I don't know, halfway through it, they stopped it so everybody could get up and stretch their legs.
Wow.
Is
I
this
don't
a
remember the
long
last
story?
movie I saw. I don't remember the last movie I saw.
Everybody, we don't mean to ignore the chat. Hi, Crystal from Rosie's Closet.
Hi, Rosie.
And who else? Pix,
Horizon.
my buddy. A couple of my buddies in
Horizon.
here.
You would be so proud of me. I turned around, I set up my new printer on Saturday, and I have taught myself, you guys are going to laugh, at a pirate ship.
That's not funny.
Excellent.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
And it's so much cheaper than USPS. I'm like,
No,
God.
you don't say.
Who told you?
I was like, hell, maybe I don't have to charge for shipping. Not.
Oh, doesn't she look like her? Oh my God. And she's beautiful.
Oh,
They
yeah.
both are. Both ladies are beautiful. I love that look. But I always
that's
like stuff
way
that's
thicker.
different.
Way thicker than I've got for mine. And
You
I
look
swear
beautiful.
it was not intentional.
It doesn't matter if it was. You're beautiful, and if you wear it proudly, girlfriend. Wear it
Thank
proudly.
you. So how's everybody else's morning? I know I kind of got in here real late, so.
Paul ate most of his birthday cupcakes yesterday. Susanna knows what she's doing now, and I've been crying. So that's about it.
Why have you been crying?
Oh, nothing. I was just joking.
Oh,
Take it.
oh really? It sounds like my birds. Oh, we picked up 4 more birds over the weekend.
Really?
We did.
That's a lot of bird poop.
We had cages.
No. Still a lot of bird poop.
Hello, Bobby.
We picked up 4 parakeets, new parakeets, and they are young. They've never been handled at all. And so
Hey, Lenny. Sorry, go ahead.
we so we brought them home, got the cage set up for them, and one of them is a little stinker. He got out of the cage because so Tommy put the box in the cage to open it up, and one came out. Then the other one was starting to come out, and the one that came out first slid past Tommy's arm out into the house and was flying around and made Tommy chase him.
Good.
Did you hook up Mr. Pickles with a roommate?
No, Mr. Pickles cannot have a roommate because of his history. He was a breeder bird, a forced breeder bird.
Oh, right.
And so when it comes to other birds, he's not aggressive. He just doesn't know how to act around them.
I can relate.
And so he is a loner bird. He has his own area in the house. He practices social distancing very well. So, and that was a Tommy comment, just an FYI.
Okay.
But he's a good bird, but he loves talking with the other birds because we have all the birds in the living room, but we have Pickles in one area of the living room, and then the other birds are in the other side of the room. And when it's time to take turns, wait, what? Oh, I guess they're going to turn our power off for 10 minutes. They're fixing something.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so, well, it was nice seeing everybody.
All right.
I'll try to be back.
See you Wednesday if we don't see you today.
Yes.
I often wonder why Tommy isn't on the show too.
he's usually doing his stuff, and then so if I go out, it's just because they turn the power off for about 10 minutes because they're working on
Okay.
the power lines.
Well, shut it down and don't let them shut it down. You know what I
Yeah, if
mean?
you shut it down, you might
Yeah,
not
you
have as
shut
much
your computer
problems
down.
coming back up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, he likes to make his comments in the background, and he
Nothing wrong with
said he
that.
will jump in one of these days.
All right.
Okay.
So
Sounds good.
all right. Much love, everybody. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day, and see you Wednesday if they're not on by the time everything happens. So
All
Okay.
right.
Love you,
bye.
Jess.
All right.
Much
Hey.
love.
Hey, yes. Hi, Virginia. Wow.
What happened to our girl?
I don't know.
She has left us.
She's cleaning her cookie.
You know, I was reading I was reading Bobby's comment. Bobby? She made
Oh,
a
about Gone with
comment
the Wind?
about when Gone with the Wind came out, they had an
Yep.
intermission in the theaters.
Yep.
They still keep that intermission when you watch it on TV.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Even
it's
when
still-
The Godfather came out, there was an intermission.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Godfather
remember the
played
last
on this TV all weekend long. 1, 2, and 3 all weekend long.
The Godfather?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like one of my favorite all-time movies.
Mm-hmm.
That's what my grandfather went through to get into the country.
Really?
He came here from Sicily when he was 16 on a ship, just himself. And he says I saw the Statue of Liberty, had to go through that.
Where did he meet Grandma?
I forget. I forget. Probably in New York. And then they came to Boston. But yeah, they didn't understand what he said, so they changed his last name, just the last letter of his last name. So he says, went through Ellis Island and all that stuff.
That also reminds me of something else that's pissing me off lately. Every generation cares less about the previous generation. When I was a kid coming up, we knew a little bit about our grandparents, where they came from, how they grew up, but not much. Then my son never asked us questions about our past, and my grandchildren even more so. It's like every generation cares less and less about their history, and it's important. And you know, my grandma would talk, God love her, she would talk and never shut the fuck up. And at the time I hated it, but now I'm so glad she did, because I learned so much.
Yeah.
You know, and I almost want to sit my grandchildren down and say, okay, you're going to listen to this, because you should know about your past.
Yeah.
You know, they don't ask questions.
Exactly.
It's so different. I hate it.
My kids always ask questions, and when I sit there and go on, they're just taking it all in. And then it's like they sit there and they're like, really? Wow, you know, that and that.
That's good.
And then I'll turn around and I'll say, oh, enough about that. Then like, no, keep going, keep going. So
I did too when I was a kid. Yeah, I did the same thing.
Asked Mom, and you know, I've asked my dad when he was alive, and he would tell me, but when I ask my mom, it's like, oh no, you know, I don't know, I forgot.
You don't want to hear about that.
Like, I'm an amazing listener, I have to admit. Like, I love to hear people talk. And to tell me about their history is it's very fascinating to me.
Yeah, and now for me, those people are gone. I can't ask those people anymore.
Right.
Yeah, they're all gone. And my grandchildren, you know, like my granddaughter has a grandma that just passed away that she hardly saw, and then went to the funeral and cried. And I said, you didn't pay no attention to your grandma. You know what?
Wow.
But you know, I want to say something too. My mother was not the typical grandmother. And you know, my sister could watch whatever, but the truth is the truth. My mom was not the typical grandmother. She didn't dote over her grandchildren. Like I consider my sister my mother than my own mother. I consider my mother a grandmother. Okay. And I never knew my grandparents because they died before I was even born. So now my mother gets upset when grandchildren don't come and see her, or they don't call her, or, and I'm like, and she gets so upset. Like, she's like, your kids don't even pay attention. I'm like, Mom, I said, and whose fault is that? That's
Yeah.
because
Did you talk to them?
No, my mother doesn't. She never had a relationship with my kids in that aspect. She'd see them and she was happy to see them ever, but she was not one of those grandparents that are like, oh, let them come over my house. I'll stay with them for the weekend. Or let's do that. She wasn't like that. And now she's upset because her grandchildren don't pay attention to her, which I kind of understand why.
But I'm, in all fairness, that's a little bit old school, but I've had all 5 of my granddaughters at my home playing games, doing crafts, and they just don't ask. They don't think about it. I know they're young yet, but that's still not happening. And I'm the opposite of your mom. And
wow.
Did make a difference.
Hold on. I want to just, Pam, put this up. Do I have to have a YouTube channel to change my YouTube name? And no, Pam, you, it's all done through Google. You just go to your studio, to your YouTube channel. Come on. You can go to customize channel. Or you can do it through Google. But if you just want it for your YouTube, just go to customize channel, go to dashboard on the left. Just had it. And that's not it. YouTube Studio, my channel. I just had it. Oh, customization.
I'm just laughing at some of the comments. I apologize for not catching them when I'm running my mouth. Some of them are really cool.
I just had it up here. I just grabbed it. It was easy. And then I go to start it from the beginning, and now I can't see it.
And then you fucked it up, Paul.
Yeah.
See?
Basically. Oh.
So we'll come back to Paul after he finds it.
Yeah. What Pauline is saying is so true. In some respects, the older generation was very selfish. You know what? They are.
Yeah. Stash, I am going to catch that. That's something that sounds interesting to me. He says, Graham Hancock, we are a civilization with amnesia. I agree, and I haven't even seen it yet.
Yep. Pam,
we are doomed to repeat our history.
Go to your Google account, Pam, and go to personal info, and it's right there is where you change it. And that's odd because I really never put my real information in there.
Speaking of which, I got a thing from unemployment saying that some lady claimed that she worked for me for a year and that I owe unemployment.
Oh my God.
They still haven't done anything about it. They said, well, that's tough poopy crap. It's your problem. Unemployment told me that.
Wow.
Oh.
If somebody did make a false claim or used your identity, it's not our problem. That's what they said.
Wow.
I said, so are you going to pay this woman unemployment when she didn't work for me? He said, well, we can't tell you that. That sounded like a yes to me.
Wow. That's weird.
Yeah.
My grandparents used to live down the street from us. Wow. I lived with my grandfather my first 5 years, 6 years, I think, till I was 6. You and your husband should
I'll
live.
tell you a sad story. My grandma and I were close, and I got married and moved out to Maslin, which was like a half-hour ride from her house. And she accidentally, she says, pulled into my driveway one day and talked to me like she didn't know me and said, "I'm looking for a street and I don't know where it's at." And I said, "Grandma, it's Julie." She said, "Who?" I said, "Grandma, it's Julie. You're at my house." It wasn't too long after that, but she should not have been
Wow.
driving that car either.
Right.
Um,
Wow. Share your
That's sad.
history. Yeah. It's true. I mean, yeah. A lot of people talk about their grandparents and stuff here, and the other thing that you know, like when a lot of us in the chat, I'm sure, are my age, stores and stuff were never open on Sundays unless you sold milk and bread. And we used to go to church, and then after church, and we used to dress up to go to church. And then after that, it would be to the grandparents' house, your aunts and uncle's house, or whatever for the afternoon. Don't have that anymore. In Massachusetts, it was called the Sunday Blue Laws. You don't have that anymore.
mhm.
Mm-mm.
People home play video games or whatever, and they don't care about that stuff. There's no
No,
more. Or the grandparents, the aunts and uncles live too far away to do that.
that's one good thing about my son. He makes sure that my granddaughters go outside to play. They don't sit in the
Yep.
house and play all day with Barbies or games, or they go out. They do sports. That's good.
Yep.
Mhm.
Like when I go home, one of the first things I do, well, I try to do, because my family's gone, but almost everybody in my family are buried at St. Michael's in Roslindale. I don't know if you know where Roslindale is, Susanna.
No.
Just past, you know where Hyde Park is?
Yeah.
The zoo, like the Hyde Park Zoo,
Uh-huh.
just a little bit further down the street.
Oh, wow.
So I go, usually when I go home, I go there and, pay my respects.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, hey, we're really,
That's another thing. My husband's a vet. I want a veteran. I want my grandchildren to know that their grandpa served our country proudly, what he did when he was there, how it helped him. I want them to know those stories. Those stories don't
yeah,
come up, but I've heard it said in the chat and from friends of mine. I'm going to talk to them like my grandma did me. Kind of like, well, she shut up. I'm just going to tell them. Someday they'll appreciate it. Right now, they don't.
yeah. Well, that's the other. I was talking about that. Who was it? Dolly. Dolly picked up. I don't know if she found it in the storage unit or whatever. A ton of old photos,
Hmm.
like old, photos. And I had to ask. It's like, Dolly, if those were your family, would you sell them? And she says, probably. And I says, I don't think I could. Although, because I have, for some reason, my mother ended up with all the family photos, like going back to the late 1800s and stuff. So what I did is several years ago, I bought some of those 10-inch photo frames, the ones that just play the photos. And I took about 2-3 days and I scanned in every single photo that my mother had. And then
Cool.
I gave those frames to my cousins. I said, it's
Mhm.
not fair that I have all the photos, but here, this way I can share them with the rest of you. But I'm not going to sell the photos.
I
You know,
wouldn't sell photos of my own family, but I sure as heck would sell photos of a unit that they didn't pay for, or the
yeah,
people
that
are
I would
passed
there.
on, or
Yeah, that I would.
yeah.
You
And
know,
I've dispersed my photos that I have to the kids that should get them. You know what I
right,
mean? I didn't keep the photos. I gave them to the kids that were in them.
right. Now there is because I always fight with this one. My uncle, one of my uncles was in I guess the Navy. I don't know what war it was. Must be World War One. Was that the 40s? I don't know. But
Yes.
they took these
No.
long
Yes.
3-foot pictures, on the deck of the battleship with everybody. And then my uncle was in the Army, and they did the same thing in the barracks. So I can pick him out, but way over on the left, I can pick out Elvis Presley too, because they were in the same barracks. But
Cool.
just because he's in it, I still would not sell that photo because my uncle's in it. So
Bobby makes a good point. She said that you used to run around with all your cousins when you were a kid. I used to run around with all my cousins. Unheard of now. Nobody runs around with nobody else.
right. Yeah, my son now has 4 cousins. 4 cousins. He's very close with one of them, which is great. And we keep telling him all the time, what are you doing on Easter? Nothing. I'm just going to work in the garage. It's like, Paul, you have family. Just reach out. You have family. Just go talk and give them a call or whatever. But they're just, well, no, I want to get some stuff done in the garage or whatever.
But then first people to complain that, oh, I don't do this and I don't do that. And you know what? You need to reach out.
Yep. Family's important. Family is definitely important.
Regret. The definition of regret is all hope for a better past. I don't want to live my life wishing and hoping I had done something that I knew was the right thing to do.
Right.
I will not regret my life.
My family never talked about history. See, I used to ask my grandfather about it all the time. Hello, Dawn and Mary, 2 hip chicks. I asked my grandfather about it all the time, and it's like, what was it like? And because, we all heard the stories about Sicily being, run by the mafia and stuff. And I guess it still is today, from what I understand. World War II was in the 40s. Yeah. Oh, World War II.
I got a question for you. You got any mobsters in your family? That'd be cool.
No comment. Love you too, Joe. Yes.
Shit.
When I was home, I was extremely well connected. Let's just say that.
Nobody tried to beat you up?
Huh?
Nobody tried to beat you up?
Let's not go into that. Virtual hug. Rosie's caused my mom and 6 grandchildren. When my dad passed away, I asked my dad's cousin to let me know about my family who I'm related to. 2.5 years later, I still don't know. Yeah, that's funny. When my father passed away, that whole side of the family was gone.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that just happens.
What shit?
My husband was trash can baby. Oh my god.
Shit happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, Bemis, can you stop that? She's saying that her husband.
I know. That's why I didn't want to get into it. Don't just think of the good stuff.
I'm trying, Bemos. I'm having the same issues. I'm trying to take the high road, keep it positive. It's hard.
Do it.
It's very hard sometimes. I love you too, Gary.
Yep. Yeah, we all have our good days and bad days. We just got to hope that more good days. We have to pray for more good days and less bad days.
And Bemis, if you're not that happy, you have the power to change it.
That's right. If you ever go to Anthony Robbins, I've been to a couple now. How fast can you change your attitude? Like that. How fast? Like that. How fast can you change your attitude? Like, oh my God, you just drill it into you. By the time you were done, you were so hyped up. You go for that weekend thing. You walk on the hot, fiery coals and stuff. It takes you 8 hours for him to build you up to be able to walk on these coals. And you're so hyped up, there's people on the other end catching you so you don't just keep walking. But we did it and stuff. And it's like, how fast can you change your attitude? How fast? Go from good to bad just like that.
Mm-hmm.
What's preventing you? What's stopping you? And that's what it's all about, is just all that all weekend long.
You know what I think of? This is what I think.
Susanna,
Yes.
my husband was literally a trash can baby. He was found in a trash can. He was
Oh.
put on the steps of an orphanage in Korea.
Oh, I thought you were
Wow.
around. I'm sorry.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, but then he had a family after that, right?
Yes.
No, he was adopted into a very bad family in the
Oh,
U.S.
very bad family.
Oh.
He was left at age 6 years old in a house with another child while they went on a cruise. They would padlock the cupboards and the refrigerators so he would get no food. That's what he was adopted into here in the U.S. I am very proud of the way my husband turned out because
Why are you using your cartoon voice?
bad.
Bemos, why are you using your cartoon voice?
Because she can't talk.
I know. I know.
Okay.
I'm in a flare, so it affects my vocal cords. I'm not saying anything bad about my husband. It's the truth. That's what happened to him. I'm very proud of how he turned out. He could have been bad,
Yeah.
but he's not.
okay.
Right.
Cool.
And
He
Bemis,
turned his life around, which is
Yes.
great.
yeah, absolutely. And Bemis, I'm sorry that I thought you were kidding around. I did not know that about him or about you, so I do apologize.
Yeah, you gotta take Susanna with a grain of salt, Bemo. She screws
Yeah.
up a lot, but we still keep
Yeah.
her in the chat.
Yeah, she irritates you a little bit, but it's okay. Just keep
Yeah.
it moving.
But I know
What?
I know when I'm wrong, and I do apologize. And
No, sometimes. Well, there's a lot of times that we have to point it out to you, Susanna.
Yeah, we're always teaching you, Susanna. Hey, Susanna, do one of these. Yeah.
Yeah.
Susanna, I'm not mad at you. I'm just trying to say that is literally what happened to him.
wow, well, I'm sorry, but I'm glad that things turned out. Absolutely.
When we first got together, he literally told me, I don't know what love is, so don't expect me to ever say it. Because he was never hugged as a child. He was never told, I love you. His adopted family was just as bad as living in an orphanage in Korea.
Oh,
It may be worse. When we first got together, he would wake up, or he wouldn't even wake up, he would have night terrors beyond belief, where he would be fighting. He says he doesn't speak Korean, but when he's having bad dreams, he speaks Korean.
Oh wow.
He was
Did he go to counseling?
No, he left his adopted family when he was 16. And he was homeless.
I've been homeless.
Wow.
What's the matter,
Bemo,
Susanna?
there should be a
Oh.
warning ticker at the bottom of the screen. Host shows that says the words of Susanna do not represent Paul Antonelli or the Brunch.
Susanna, I am not mad at you at all. I'm not. So please don't be upset about it. It was his life. It was what he knew. He's different. Like I said, he turned out to be a really good person when he could have turned out to be terrible. Absolutely terrible. He had every right. You would have, most kids that grew up like that would end up in jail.
Wow. That's true. That is true.
And there's a lot of people who use their childhood as an excuse. He's never once used his childhood as an excuse when he should have every right to. But Susanna, don't be upset.
Susanna, where are you?
I'm not upset at you, and I'm not upset about what he lived through because he is a good human being now.
That's true. Horizon, yeah.
Pix, that's right. I have been homeless too. I have a story like no others, and I'm sure that all my friends have stories like no others.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Susanna, show your face. I love you. Stop.
Yeah, stop. I mean, that's not the issue at all. I just wanted to come on and let you know that I wasn't trashing him. That was what he was. He doesn't know his history. His adoptive parents kept the name that he was given in the orphanage because he had no name or anything. So they called him Minam.
Wow.
And that is actually his middle name because for some unknown reason, his adoptive father named him after him. They had biological grown children already when they adopted my husband and one other Korean kid. And they are not blood related at all. And then that's when they started leaving them in the house and putting padlocks on cupboards and everything else because they didn't give a shit. I mean, they didn't. Who leaves a 6 and an 8-year-old in a house while you go take a cruise and go on vacation? I mean, are you kidding me? If they would be asked to be an adoptive parent in today's world, they would have never been approved.
Right, exactly.
But unfortunately for them, they were.
Bemos.
Yes.
Have you been experimenting with the new resin?
No, I have it on order.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you got it yet or not.
No, it has to come from overseas.
The resin?
Yeah, they don't sell it here in the U.S.
Wow.
They sell this new resin in it comes from either Singapore or from the UK. Those are the two places you can get it.
Oh, wow.
Well, if Susanna's gotten off, I'm getting off too. I got shit to do today. It's 20 after 12. If she ain't coming on, I'm out of here.
Yeah, me too. I get like a lot of stuff to pack myself.
Thank you, everybody, for showing up today. It's fun to hang out with you. We don't mean to ignore the chat. Sometimes we get to talking and we forget.
Susanna, I love you.
You too.
It's easy to get things mixed up in chat. We're not speaking, we're reading.
Yeah, Susanna, we're just playing. I didn't mean to piss you off either.
No,
I did.
No.
Okay.
I meant to piss her off.
No, you guys didn't piss me off. Nobody pissed me off.
I meant to make her sad and cry too.
You have nothing to be sad or cry about, Susanna.
I meant to make her sad and cry. Okay, who changed her name? Pammy changed her name. Or no, Pam did.
Yeah, oh yeah. There you go.
What is it?
Stitch shit 18.
Stitch shit 18. I like it.
You gotta put the capital I in there because I'm looking at Stitch shit 18.
I love it. Michelle, Michelle, it was nice to see you in the chat today. Come back and visit us all the way from Australia. I hope you're doing well.
Definitely. Oh. Well, I know we didn't talk too much about reselling. We did talk about a lot of other stuff.
Yeah. You never know what's going to happen when you show up.
Right, exactly. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Hope you have a great Monday. And for all you people that were listing in the back and listening, hope you're still listening. If you want to put your phone number in the chat and have us call you like every 10 minutes to make sure you're listing. Oh, my God. Wait, where is it?
I need wake-up calls when you do that, Paul.
Oh, yeah!
Thank you very, very much, Pam. Thank you. Thank you.
Michelle said she enjoyed the wide variety of topics.
Yeah, there was a
You
wide
never know.
variety. But thank you very, very much, Pam. Greatly appreciated. But yeah, if anybody wants to put their phone number in, we'll have everybody that's in the chat now call every 10 minutes on the 10 minutes and on the hour just to get your ass moving and make sure you're still listing and getting stuff done.
I'm not listing. I have to invoice and get orders out.
Okay, I have to, yeah, we all have to, I think. I do, I know that.
I have to get orders out.
Yep. So thank you everybody for coming in. We'll be back on Wednesday and Friday at the same time. Don't forget Wednesday, Swap Meet Wednesday. If anybody wants to, and anybody, it's open to anybody. If you want to come in and sell, come on in. It's just a couple hours. I'll let anybody come on in and sell. There's Rosie's phone number. If anybody wants to call Rosie,
867-5309.
Wait a minute. That's that song, right?
Nothing gets past Paul, right?
Right. Yeah, that's that song. That's not fair.
Bruce Springsteen. Is that Bruce Springsteen? I forget.
86. Either that.
No.
Rick something.
Oh crap! Who sang that song, guys? 867-5309.
Horizon put his phone number or her phone number, his phone number.
Please don't. I am not going to put my phone number in there. I'm not in a good mood, so it won't be nice.
Tommy Two-Tone. Wow. All
Hi,
right,
Sandy Kirk.
Hey, Sandy Kirk. Sandy Kirk, did you get my package? I know Perlini's is on her way still. I checked. I didn't check to see if yours was delivered yet. I forgot Perlini was all the way in the West Coast. But no one ever calls me, so no. Well, thank you,
I'm out of here.
everybody. 1-800 get somebody else. Oh, okay. Thank you, everybody. And we will see you Wednesday morning.
Have a good time. Make it your best life.